Hey friends, this is Mrs. Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead with a tea break. Oh, what a weekend. What a weekend. It's been nonstop. Howie's been up like at 7:30 and 7 and 7:30 for Saturday morning and today to cut up all our garbage, soft spruce and stuff, and boil the rest of our sap. He's been at that all weekend. And thank you to my brother John, J0, for the silver fire stove, because it meant I could finish my syrup outside where it belongs. And we got, I'm going to say, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to say we got a gallon and a half. We got a gallon and a half. And that's just enough for us for the rest of until next year. Plus, I have 4 cans in the pantry. But that's a lot of work. You're going to see a video, not tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow, but you're going to see a video because I'm going to show you the whole process. We used our egg and milk slurry to take stuff out of the syrup. But I used too much egg and too much milk, and it blocked my strainer, and we couldn't do it that way anymore, and it was just a pain in the butt. But it's done for another year. And I got to tell you, you're going to see on the video what I'm talking about, but if you remember, I found in the fall, I found some garlic. It wasn't growing. But I went to look in my old garlic bed to see if there was any garlic I could use for supper. And I ended up digging up several clumps, heads of garlic that had been heads the year before. And now they were sprouting. Whole heads of garlic were sprouting. So I dug up a couple, and we had just cleared out my parsnip box. And I dug up a couple, and I had planted them in my parsnip box. Well, they're starting to come up. But guess what else? While we were out boiling sap and I was pulling a few weeds, yeah, the garden needs a lot of work. Pulling a few weeds, I saw my garlic that had gone wild that I planted like 3 years ago with green sprouts that big, clumps of them. So you know what I did? I got the spade and I pulled up like 3 or 4 of those clumps, and I didn't put it on camera because this was like, the sap was just bottled. Howie wanted supper. And I had just finished my live stream. So I didn't do a video. I just took the spade that was out by the fire, and I just lifted them. Boom, boom, boom. I lifted about 4 of them. And then I carried them over to the one tub, the Rubbermaid tote that I had planted zucchini in. And I dug around, and I lifted the one big black pot that I had grown chard in, and I dumped it in. And then on the empty bed next to it, I set down all these garlics, and I took them all very gently apart, and I planted that whole Rubbermaid tote. And I still had like 10 left. So I went over to the garlic bed that I planted in the fall, and I was very careful to poke holes where I didn't see any garlic coming up. So I'm going to have a lot of garlic, God willing. I've never been really successful at growing garlic, but apparently the stuff that I grew a couple of years ago just will not let me off the hook. So it's like, we want to be real garlic. You know, we want to be in your cough medicine, and, you know, stop buying garlic powder from Costco. They're all like, hey, pick me, and there's more out there. So what I might do is I might, if I have the energy one day this week, I got to do it soon because the green sprouts are that big. And they won't grow well if they're still in a clump. But I'm going to take that spade, because we're going to get garden soil coming. I'm going to take that spade and I'm going to fill up them 2 black tubs that I had chard and stuff growing in. And I'm going to plant more garlic. So, I mean, waste not, want not, right? And I will leave a few in there so that if I, you know, this coming fall, if I go, oh, wait, I should just mark where they are, and then in the fall, or save, whatever. But I saved some wild garlic that had gone wild at the back of my garden and planted it in the fall. And now I'm planting some of it that's already growing in the spring. Yahoo for garlic. I'm exhausted, guys. Now, there is a product preview coming up from London Sunshine. I'm going to tell you about it now because I haven't got all my ducks in a row on it. But it is one of those little egg smoker cooker. It's a charcoal barbecue. I thought it was gas. So poor Howie spent his last $30 on a propane cylinder. And then when I videotaped a lot of stuff over the weekend that you're going to see another day soon. And I showed you the box. And as I was reading it, it's like, wait a minute, this isn't a propane barbecue. It's a charcoal barbecue. So you're going to have to wait till we can afford charcoal now. But as soon as we have a bag of charcoal, Howie's going to cook us some steaks on the barbecue. We're going to put that sucker right on the tailgate. We'll have a tailgate party with the barbecue. And hopefully I have 2 of those russet potatoes left. And I have 4 cobs of corn in the fridge. You know what's coming. A steak barbecue video. So the whole weekend, it's going to be a weekend with the Wolfies is what's going to happen on Monday or Tuesday. And my big sap pot that Howie was boiling on the fire is now sitting out on my deck with soapy water in it and my 2 stock pots that are covered in black soot. Because I tried to wash. I had a shower on Friday. I shower, every Tuesday and Friday without fail. Except in the summertime, sometimes I shower 3 times a week. And in the summer, I usually only shower once a week because I'm in and out of the pool all day. Right? So I'm refreshed a lot. But I went to put the stock pot in the sink and the side of it hit my arm and I was from here to here with soot and I didn't realize what I did. And I got all, I said, okay, here's what you got to do. Howie, please put the sap pot out on the deck, put some water in it and soap, put the stuff to soak. I'll wash it tomorrow. Oh, I was supposed to wash it today, but it's 10 after 9 and I just finished my supper. So there are more videos coming up. Garden updates, plant updates, all this stuff. And since I am not editing all the weekend stuff for tomorrow or for I haven't edited it yet. I will take the camera out tomorrow and show you what I mean about how I planted the garlic. All right. And that will be, and I'll show you oh my God, my plants are doing so good. So good. Someone said, oh, you started them too early. I said, not when you live in Canada. And, well, I'm the same growing. Listen, I work at getting my plants to nursery size. That when you go on May 24th and you buy the May long weekend and you buy all your plants for your garden, they're a lot bigger than most of us who start our own. That's how I get them bigger, right? I start them early. I repot, I baby them, I mother them, and then I boot them out of the nest into the garden. But the garden needs a lot of work. And so tomorrow when I take the camera out, I'm probably going to do a puttering video as well. All right? So garden season is literally right around the corner. Oh, and Papa, now that we've boiled and jarred the last of the syrup, Howard has had his yearly haircut and shave. And so you won't recognize him again. You won't recognize him. He's young and, he doesn't look like the old mountain man anymore. He looks like somebody who could put on a suit and tie and go to work. Until you look at his hands, and those are the hardest working hands other than my dad's that I have ever seen. Videos are going to be hit and miss this week. I have a lot of work to do to get ready for gardening time, and I have to figure out a bigger place for my chicks before payday, because payday, well, I've got to look after them carefully until the weekend, because this weekend Howie, one way or another, he has to build a pen out in the greenhouse for these birds because I don't have anything bigger to put them in. And they're outgrowing the Walmart box. So lots of things coming up. All right. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying good night. God bless. I'm sorry if videos are going to be hit and miss this week, but you have a huge archive of over 3,000 videos to choose from. I'm pretty sure if you put my channel in there and you search on my channel, if you want to say, do you ever can sweet potatoes? But okay, go Google our half-acre homestead canning sweet potatoes. And if I've got a video on it, it'll come up. Take care. God bless. I'm exhausted and the work is just starting. Bye-bye.